Hello my friends, I am G Hondo, and welcome back to our Let's Play of OpenTTD Season 2. This is episode 35. In episode 34, we basically just ran the clock to get to 1900 in the hopes that that would unlock some new ships or railroads or something. Instead, we got a couple new steam vans. Not terrible, but certainly not great. So overall, I must admit I'm a little bit disappointed with 1900. But that's my own fault for hyping it up so much. Anyway, let's move along here and see what we can do. I guess the anticipation of 1900 got the better of me, and I started thinking it was going to be absolutely awesome. We get a whole stack of new vehicles, and that would be great. Whereas reality then hit with the cold hammer of sadness, and we got the grandson of a couple new steam vans. Yay. But anyway, that's okay. We're cruising on here. We're doing fine, so. I see we're not doing so well on some of these vehicles again. I guess I still have too many of them. Okay. Well, then we'll move on it. I am okay with that. Let's be coming from the other depot, one over here. So we'll just chip away one of these extra vehicles. That'll help all the rest of them do a little better, because it'll be less competition for the small number of valuables that apparently these banks actually support. Either I guess I could set them to full load, but I don't want them blocking traffic. So I'd rather just have fewer of them and have them do better than having a bunch of them that just kind of sit around and do nothing. So that will be fine. I almost sold that. That was not the right one. That was one that's still working. And is, well, you know what? Also not doing that well, but anyway. We'll just palm this one off, and then we'll wait till next year and see how they start doing then. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so we have another set of three. Okay. So again, I'm just going to say yes to all of them without really looking at them, and then we'll pop in here and do a quick rundown again. I find that far easier than trying to remember what was available for each one. So let's just take a quick buzz through here. Okay, so this was worse in both categories, so no. So this one's a bit slower, but it holds a lot more. That is tempting, but I think I'm going to say no. But it is very definitely tempting. We're already doing the Carter one here. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, so here's where we got another new one available. Right now we're switching to the all-twin. So 28 for 12 passengers, 26 for 16. So this is better. We're actually going to use the Alpha instead when they're old. And the Carters we will also do, because that's just a straight capacity upgrade. Speeds are the same, so again, when they're old, we'll replace. And same here. I will lose that tiny bit of speed, it's not much, for this 25 or 33% increase in capacity. Absolutely. Alright. Those ones we're already doing, and those we're already doing. Perfect. Well, if the game wants to keep giving me 3 new Steam vehicles every, 5 or 6 months, I would be totally okay with that. I don't think we're going to keep up that level of new vehicles, but for the moment anyway, that certainly looks pretty good to me. So we'll just continue moving on here, and we'll watch the flow of traffic around Great Avonburg, so we have something to watch, and that would be excellent. Good stuff. But like I said, I am quite surprised. I'm obviously not surprised there's no new airplanes, but I'm quite surprised there's no boats. Still, by 1900 we should definitely have some boats. I really want railways, but anyway. Now's not the time for sadness. Anyway, just keep cruising along here. And we'll see how it goes. I don't think we're going to finish any of the missions we're currently on in this episode because they all have quite a ways to go. Oh well, that's okay. We're making progress in our own way. We're rocking through the years, rocking in the cash. Overall, we're doing just fine. No problem there. I guess what I could do while we're waiting for other things to happen is I could scout around for other places to build up. See if I can see anything that jumps out at me as wanting attention. Interesting. I think I saw that before, actually. Something that the Choo-Choo AI had done. Oops. Even though it's not really doing anything yet, because there are no trains, but the Borkman doing not well at all. So it is at least occasionally finding a vehicle, though for some reason not well. But it's so far in debt it's going to expire soon. That's sad. Yes, and then it's sold off. So it built some roads and stations, and then I guess it sold off some of its vehicles, or maybe they're on routes that aren't working anymore or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, and here at the same time, yeah, you shouldn't have done anything yet. So, okay, not a problem. Let's keep looking around for something to jump out at me. It's needing some of my attention. What I'm actually mostly looking for, I'm actually kind of seeing if I can find a spot where there's two cities right near a coast that I can set up a passenger ferry once we get boats. Like this here, for example, would be ideal for a little tiny, either a boat or even a plane later. Just a little passenger ferry, so we don't have them yet, but that would be an ideal spot, because both of these are close enough to the shore that I wouldn't even have to dig any canals or anything. So that would be neat. But we don't have those yet, so that's just a pipe dream at this point. And we'll continue to look around. Once the game finishes the autosave, and I can get some CP back. That would be nice. These two cities, if they ever grow, will probably expand into one another. And they do both have banks. In fact, quite significant banks. So I think I'm just going to run a little valuables run in between the two of them. That will do. It's not even going to take all that much road to make it happen either. So that'll do just nicely. And if I put this station, well, what I should do, I guess, if I close this off, make that a little loop. And on this side, might not be quite as easy to do, but let's see. If I build maybe over here, no, it's probably not going to work so well. Come up here, maybe loop around this side. Yeah, maybe something like that. That might work. And then down here, and over here. Okay, we can use that as a loop. Awesome. So we'll plunk in a station there. And another one over here. And a depot somewhere, maybe. Well, if these cities grow, it's going to be hard to see, so I think I'll put it further out a little bit. Yeah, maybe right here. Perfect. And then we'll get some valuables on our shiny new terrible truck. I think we'll just stick with horses for this one. And that will be... Already forgotten the name of these two cities. Whitney and Reside. Yep. And the actual route shall be maintenance, Whitney, and Reside. These are not doing anything else, so they can full load. And we can clone a couple more. Yeah, that'll do. Not for a mission, but just for something to do, and more profit. That, I want to make sure my little loops here work, and they should be okay. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't. But let's make sure. Oh, that's interesting. Is that cut off somewhere, or they just think that's more efficient? Interesting. Maybe that's... Okay, well, whatever. They seem happy, we'll go with that. Not a problem. We can loop back down here, pop in for maintenance, and hit that bank, and they're all good. Awesome. So just a little bonus route there for us. Hauling around bags of gold and jewels and bonds and whatever else valuables counts as. Awesome. Okay, well that was fun. Let's, once this autosave goes, we'll zoom the map back out and see if anything else jumps out at me as worth doing immediately. Alright, so... that might not be a bad spot to build my little headquarters. I do want to make a little island for myself that can't be accessed, other than by boat or plane, so... Since neither of them exist, that means people that work at my headquarters can't actually go to work, which I find hilarious. But I will still expect them to show up on time. Apparently, which one would that be? The Choo-Choo one has also left itself a note. Interestingly enough, I guess while debugging the script the guy wrote, or whoever it was that wrote that AI, must have thought it would be easier to have little messages saying what it was doing. Interesting. Anyway, I'm not going to do anything with that sign. I consider that none of my business. And I don't want to get rid of it just in case it is somehow related, or excuse me, necessary for the script to run, so I'll just leave it as is. It can do whatever it likes. That's fine. Doesn't seem to be too much happening along this edge of the map. Yeah, nothing's really jumping out at me as immediate. Well, that's okay. That's a bizarre little lake sort of thing. Tiny, tiny bit of water to get in there. Tiny, tiny, tiny little lake there. That's a weird, weird, weird thing, but anyway. Could, I guess, at some point set up a passenger ferry along the coast, but these distances are pretty far, so... That city has certainly grown quite a bit thanks to the passengers mailing valuables I've been hauling in for them. That city's grown well too. How's this one doing? It's grown a little bit. There's a fourth city. There it is, Sunchurch. It's growing pretty well too. Apparently, people are happy when you move them around. And then they flock to those cities. Could at some point set up a little passenger thing here. What's that? Oh, it's an oil refinery. Do we ever end up with any actual oil on the map. Nope, we still have no sources of oil, but we still somehow have 91 refineries patiently waiting. I don't know how they stay in business. They'd have nothing to do because there is zero oil to be given. Anyway, apparently the economic model in this game is maybe not 100% accurate. And the arrow key on my keyboard keeps sticking. That's why I keep seeing it jump way further than I'm trying to actually go. Well, that's a very large inlet. That's another possible spot I could here or here make my little island. Because I do want to make... See, there it goes again. Just zooms away on me. Or here, maybe? Interesting. Well, this could be another decent spot for a little passenger ferry. It's always good to do these little planning routes around the map, just getting an idea of stuff that's going to be worthwhile to do later on. Wow, that city has grown to crazy size. Because you can really tell where it originally was based on where I put the stations, because they would have been just, you know, near the edge of the city's limits. But you can see it's already, all this has grown in since. Wow. Anyway. Pretty crazy. Let's go back to our tour of the coast here. That's pretty much the whole circuit, because I think that's where I started. So it looks like I've done pretty much a circuit of the whole outside of the map. It's not quite as easy to do the inside of the map, because you very easily get lost as to where you've been. Well, there's a nice little already isolated island. Is that big enough for a headquarters? Not quite. Oh no, it will fit. Fantastic. There we go. So that's now my personal little island with my kind of unexceptional little headquarters, but that's okay. No one can actually get there unless they swim to work, and that's what they have to do now because there's still no boats or planes, and I refuse to build a bridge. So all my employees are going to come to work wet. And I hope they're really good swimmers, or they may not be able to get home, because the next nearest city is either way over there or way over there. So wherever they're living, the commute is painful. I don't know why that amuses me so much, but it certainly does. This is a little bit... I must not be very high rank. Yeah, only just a route supervisor. Still pretty low rank. You can kind of tell how well you're doing in the game, either by looking at the rank or by the type of headquarters you get. This is, I think, the second or third type of image. The very early ones, it's basically just a trailer. And, like, it's just a single trailer just sitting there. Like, it's pretty terrible. At least now I have an actual building. So, later on you get actual proper, like, large corporate buildings and that sort of thing. But either way, it's alright. Now, if I did have a station here, which I'm not going to build, but I just want to see, do I have any actual demand for mail yet? No, I do not. It does accept passengers, but doesn't supply any, so I could have something there that lets people come into work, but then they would never be allowed to leave. The economics of this game are silly. Anyway. But that's okay. Alright. Well, let's go and tour around the map just randomly here. Oh, that would have been a good island too. Ah well, that's okay. I'm happy with my incredibly tiny island over there. See, this would be a good island too, except there's already a city on it. And I don't know entirely how people here got here. They must have swam there originally. Anyway. Or I guess they used rafts or something. So apparently we're not clever enough to figure out how to build a raft. So until we can build full-on boats, we cannot use the water. It's just strange. Anyway, that's okay. We're having fun, and that's all that matters. Okay, my eyes must be going. This city here, Braithwaite Springs, when I was scrolling by it, I could have sworn that where it says Springs, it said Syringe, and I was thinking, that's the weirdest city name I've seen in a long time. But no, that's just my eyes going buggy on me, so that's okay. That's okay. Apparently Prairie has grown a whole lot more than Ackwitch, even though they have the exact same route because they have nothing else connecting it. That's interesting. There has to be some random factor to it. And I am noticing that this thing is basically not doing anything. So that's not going to work. So that means we have too many of these vehicles. So we're going to fix that by getting rid of one of them. And next year, if we see more messages like that, I may have to get rid of another one. But I do recall, I think the banks here had pretty low... Yeah, that's very low capacity. And on this side, it's probably very low as well. Yeah, a little bit better, but still pretty low. So I must have built way too many of those. But that's okay. Zoom! That's fine. It's all good. All good. Good stuff. Good stuff. The frame rate seems to be slipping again, so I guess whatever that is still going on. I don't know what it is, but I really don't like it. Didn't have this trouble yesterday. And there's really not much different in terms of processes running on my computer than there was yesterday, but somehow, apparently, today it can't handle it as well. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway. It's a neat little city. It's basically between these two huge lakes. Awesome. I'm afraid you guys have got your name wrong. You're nowhere near the water. You can't call yourself on the sea if you're not actually anywhere near even a lake, let alone the sea. But anyway, mine is not to judge. Let's go check on our coal situation. It is still slowly dropping, although it is slower. But it is still dropping, which is not good. Well, let's go check on the mail situation over here. It's a fairly low amount they want, so I'm surprised it's taking this long. I must not have very many vehicles doing the mail. 1, 2... Oh, I've only got 2 vehicles doing it, that's why. Okay. That's okay. It'll get there, it's just going to be slow. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Looks like the city planners have destroyed their own roads, so I will be a gentleman and fix that for them. Because I'm just nice like that. Looks like they did it here, too. Tisk, tisk, fellas, I don't know what you're doing, but you need to do it better. I should not have to pay to fix your mistakes. There we go. Right. Although they like me, so it's alright. Apparently, oh, this must be near where Bork's got, yeah, this, I think it's a coal route to this power plant. This power plant counts as part of Liversay, and it's being serviced well, so they even like them there. I could, if I really wanted to, pay a great deal of money and just utterly and completely wreck that route. So basically for 1 year, this route would not be allowed to use this station because it counts as being part of Liversay. I'm not going to do it, but if I really felt like it, I could be an absolute jerk and do that. Over here, yeah, I can't do anything really because I don't have a station here myself. But again, if I really wanted to wreck the AI, like if it was beating me and I felt bad about it, then, you know, I might do something like that just as a sabotage sort of thing. But I'm not into that, so I'm not going to do it. It's just neat to have that option open to you. But I'm not the saboteur type, so we won't be doing that. Anyway. We're just rocking through the time here. I think we're probably going to end this episode just as we're entering 1906. I think that'll be a good place to stop. I'll let some of these missions tick a little bit further on. And we'll go from there. And we shall see how we do. Alright. Are they seriously building more oil refineries when there's no oil? There's already 90 of yous that aren't making any money. Why do you think you need more of them? I don't understand these people. Maybe they get a paycheck based on how quickly they can drive a company out of business. I don't know. It makes no sense to me. But anyway, I guess it doesn't have to. This is a transport game, not an economic simulator, so it doesn't have to make sense. That's fine. Ooh, dropped 13 frames per second. If it's better zoomed out or zoomed way in. Let's try it zoomed way out. See if that helps. Sort of. It's CPU's now pinned at 99 instead of 100, which I guess is a bit of an improvement. Not much of one, but it'll do. We're just about ready to wrap up this episode for today anyway, so I guess it doesn't make a huge difference one way or the other. I'm just going to let the time get the clock tick over to the 1906, and then we're going to call it even. Because I think that means we've made overall some pretty good progress for the last few episodes. Especially about the last, the last 4 or 5, when I finally killed off the debt. I think that was really my major accomplishment so far. So, it'd be hard to beat that accomplishment, but in fact, I'm not sure I can. But anyway, no matter. At this point, folks, I'm going to call that an episode, so until next time, please stay calm, and I hope you'll come and chill with me again in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye now.